Okay, so as you guys might know, when I got 50,000 subscribers, I decided to do a giveaway of DDLC Plus, and that giveaway is over. But in the forms I asked everyone to fill, there was an option to fill in your favorite Drechenaux video, and we got over 428 entries. And so I wanted to actually make a list of the most popular videos that you guys chose. And before we start, I just want to give a shout out to Molly on Discord who went through the data for me to bring me this. So let's start with number one. Number one is Sayori as an adult, and that really doesn't surprise me because that's been the longest series I've done on this channel, and it's also been one of the most popular. And Sayori as an adult actually won by a huge margin, so clearly a lot of you guys liked it. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest you do see it because it is very good. Like, I mean, I know I made it, but I do think it's one of my best series which I've made. So, yeah, do check it out. For a brief summary of what it's about, well, basically, the main character of DDLC wakes up from a coma 7 years later, and it turns out Sayori is alive, and he spends his time trying to figure out what happened because some of the events are different from what happened in DDLC. And I won't say any more in case it spoils it for some people who haven't seen it. So let's move on to number two. The number two favorite is Yuri as your maid, which I can see why a lot of people liked. Yuri does look great as a maid, and I think this was actually one of the first series which I ever completed. Or no, wait, that was Sayori. That was Sayori's Ghost Visits You. So yeah, Yuri as your maid was a popular one. I do think people like Yuri, even though they didn't like the main character in this. And in case you're wondering what the story is about if you haven't seen it, it's that, well, the main character, who isn't the main character of DDLC, but is basically a spoiled rich kid with a troubled past, wakes up to see that he has a new maid, and that maid is Yuri. And the entire video is about the two of them bonding. And by that I mean the entire video series. It's about a 13-part series, I think. So yeah, that's what Yuri is your maid is about. The third is Yuri is your Yandere teacher. And again, I guess Yuri is really popular because her series is the third pick, apparently. And technically, this series isn't over yet because I was also going to do an alternate route or an alternate ending. There was an option actually towards the end of the series, and I wanted to make an alternate video series someday once I was done with Sayori as an adult, and I expect to work on that sometime soon. But yeah, this basically starts off with a main character who isn't the main character of DDLC, who has to take remedial English lessons from Yuri. And yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but basically, yeah, she is a Yandere teacher, so that's it. Number four is Sayori's Ghost Visits You. This was the first series which I actually completed in full, and I can see why a lot of you liked it. It was very popular, and the story is basically 2 years after the ending of the festival, Sayori's ghost comes to visit the main character, and they try to figure out what happened and all. And yeah, that's what it is. Just a note: part five of this series isn't there on YouTube. You'll have to look it up on BitChute because YouTube took it down due to something. There was something dark in part five. It was no darker than DDLC, but I guess YouTube didn't like it, so it's on BitChute and it's not on YouTube. So if you want part five, you'll have to look outside of YouTube for it. And number five, the last one, is all of the Monika After Story guides. My channel actually started with just making Monika After Story videos. It only moved on to other DDLC mods and to my own mods later on. So that's where my channel started, and I glad to see you guys really like those Monika After Story guides. I do like making them. I do like playing the game. And I think one of my most popular videos, one of them which crossed 1 million, is also a Monika After Story guide. And so yeah, that's all five of the top choices according to you guys, at least the five best Drechenaux videos. I was kind of surprised. Basically, like 4 out of 5 of these are series which I made, which on hindsight, I guess makes sense. You guys would like series better than the individual videos. I did expect to see a few of the individual videos maybe on this list, but they weren't. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This was just for fun, and check some of them out if you haven't. With that, this video is over. Thanks for watching. Do leave a comment, do leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe.